Lots of Americans are facing a housing decision and trying to decide whether they should rent or buy.
Is it better to rent or buy in this environment? It seems like people are stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Well, right now, there is a very clear answer when it comes to which is the more prudent financial choice. You should rent. I'll explain why. Right now is a historically bad time to buy a home.
I talked about this back in April, when interest rates first started rising.
After years of near record low rates, it's looking like the party may be over in the mortgage market. My colleagues Ben Eisman and Nicole Friedman recently found that rents are increasing around the country, but they aren't rising nearly as fast as the cost of buying a house.
Well, rising mortgage rates have complicated an already perplexing housing market for potential homebuyers.
Data from the Mortgage Bankers Association and the U.S. Census Bureau show that since the fourth quarter of 2020, rents have risen by around 10%. Mortgage payments have increased by almost 60%. In fact, as of the second quarter this year, the median U.S. mortgage payment is almost 1.5 times the rate of median U.S. rent. That's the highest that ratio has been since at least 2009. Many economists have long contended that renting and investing in the stock market is a better investment than owning a house. And in 2022, that's proving especially true. That's largely because housing prices have risen so much over the past 2 years. And this year, mortgage rates have risen along with them. The average monthly mortgage payment in the US jumped by more than 40% from the second quarter of 2021 to the second quarter of 2022. Higher home values also mean higher property taxes. So new homeowners are getting hit with higher costs in 3 different ways.
Higher interest rates, higher home prices, and higher property taxes.
This is also driving up rents, but landlords are finding that they can only increase rental prices by so much. The almost $600 monthly difference between the US median rent and median mortgage payment can be invested along with what would have been used for a down payment to create a pretty nice nest egg. Home prices are also starting to come down in many parts of the country. The median sales price for existing homes fell by $10,000 in July. That's a good thing for home affordability, which is at the lowest level in decades, but ticked up in July. But it also means that home prices are likely to keep going lower, which could put new home buyers immediately underwater on their big purchase. Despite all of that, it's still a very competitive market. The average US house is still receiving multiple offers and selling less than a month after being put on the market. So bargain hunting buyers may find themselves out of luck, even now. And don't forget, inflation is still rising at the fastest pace in nearly 40 years. So all those repairs homeowners have to pay for themselves will be that much more expensive. Owning a house is nice, but as the great Busta Rhymes told us in 1997, make sure you're stacking your ones, floss a little, invest up in a mutual fund. That's all for now. See you next time.